Hey, this is Rain. Welcome back or welcome to my channel. As the title suggests, I'm going to be doing an Animal Crossing New Horizons themed inner sketchbook cover. It's the two flat pages you see when you open a new sketchbook, the flat page resting against the cover and the first page itself. Now the format of my current sketchbook is of a blank background, some stickers that I made, and these two that I got from MomoCon. On the left side it says property of, and then a squiggly line, Rain Park, which is my name, and has some visual accents there. And then on the right it has chapter 1, Genesis, and then some scribbles. A quick shout out to 𝘵𝘊𝘕𝘏. He's the artist for the two MomoCon stickers I have. One is of a citrus peacock and the other one is of a cocktail. I recommend checking his stuff out. His work has warm colors, narratives of queer people of color, and old-timey visuals. So I'm using Arton acrylic markers from Amazon and layering colors of grass by using greens, light greens, and yellow. I wanted to replace my name sign with something more decorative in the themes of the Animal Crossing New Horizons logo. So, why did I choose Animal Crossing New Horizons out of everything? The reason is because it's my go-to comfort game. I've been playing it ever since it came out back in March 2020. The only reason I stopped recently is because of an accessibility issue, where they won't allow me to turn off the in-game music, which, as much as I enjoy it, it drives you insane if you've been playing the game for 5 years straight. I don't really get why they didn't put that feature in, but anyways, aside from that big gripe I have with this game, other than that, I've been playing the Animal Crossing series since I was about 9 years old. Animal Crossing Wild World on the Nintendo DS was my first exposure to the Animal Crossing series, and it holds a place very dear to my heart. I think if it weren't for that history of being with Animal Crossing Wild Worlds, I wouldn't have been as eager to play Animal Crossing New Horizons when it came out. I just remember it being COVID times, and the teaser for Animal Crossing New Horizons came out, and I was like, holy shit, Lois! Because I really wanted to play New Leaf for a long time as a kid, but I never got to, and I was like, oh my god, finally, this is my chance. Also, I did a little oopsie, and I fixed it just now, but I had put Skekt book instead of sketch, which I'm not sure why I did that. These sticker outlines are still quite visible underneath the paint, but I do eventually fix that. I don't really plan things out in general when I'm drawing. I just sort of have the idea and I start it, and this format of acrylic pens worked out really well since you can just draw on top of things. Now we're outside because I was hanging out with my friend at the time. I'm sorry if I sound a little scratchy or congested. I am sick right now, but it is okay. We ball. I did a lot of layering, so I went over these letters with gold, and then I went over it again with cream colored markers off camera. And now I'm coming in here with a solid black and adding shadows, and that black will be a base for the brown I'll put on top of it later. And I'm going over the letters again with some bold yellow. And here I drew Lloyd the gyroid, who doesn't have much of a function in New Horizons other than standing there for donations, I believe. So I went in with a felt tip pen, then realized that wasn't doing enough, so then I went in with a alcohol-based marker, and here it was, midway point. Now I'm coloring over the sky and just cleaning things up. The tail of the animal sticker I made a little divot, so I decided to make use of that negative space and create a lake. And that purple blob on the bottom left is actually the Animal Crossing fossils. I originally wanted to draw all 10 of my villagers, so I put a list down, but I just couldn't remember that last one. There we go, it was Flurry. I added bushes on both sides of each sheet of paper because I wanted to add more depth. And I'm going in with a white gel pen to add highlights. And I use colored pencils to add very subtle hues. I wanted to create a bit of a clearing for this right side, and I decided to use Stitches, the villager, as our guide towards the clearing. I added a crown on him because why not? Now the face, I struggled with the face a lot. I have medium-sized nibs, and you need like a extra fine or fine tip nib to really get into the details with the eyeballs. So I struggled with that for quite a bit. I added a shadow here and I covered it up, but it added a little bit of depth as well. And I tried shading with a darker hue, but that wasn't really working out, so then I went with going overboard on highlighting to see if that would work. Then I realized I didn't like that either, because it clashed with the design or the way I colored the gyroid and the fossil. And here I drew a speech bubble on some sticker paper and I put it on top, and it was gonna be representative of villagers on the other side talking. I realized I didn't really want to execute that though, so I eventually do cover that up. Now at this point you can't really see the stickers unless you look real close, and you do see it more in person, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's quite interesting. Adds more flavor, you know? Now here I'm going in with my felt tip pen and adding shadows, and that got rid of the excessive highlights, and I think this was what worked for me. And the color is actually dark brown. Color theory is interesting. This is also dark brown, and it was using my alcohol markers again. The felt tip pen sort of seeps in with the acrylic markers, so I decided to use that as an outline because it's not as bold as the alcohol marker, but it makes enough of a mark. Until I got tired of the music, Animal Crossing used to be part of my sleeping ritual. It would just knock me out, as if you put me in a boxing ring and told me to fight Mike Tyson and he just KO'd me. It would knock me the fuck out. But anyways, I'm going in with my felt tip pen again with a magenta. I think that's the right word for it. And I'm adding some shadows and visual interest, some little marks, and I'm doing that here with my alcohol marker as well. Gotta accentuate the sunshine. I touched up on the grass a lot, and that's because I just wanted to add some depth because I felt like throughout this drawing it felt quite flat, and so it's just layers and layers and layers. And I think the final result is still a bit flat, but that's not necessarily a gripe I have, more like an observation. And I'm using a light blue to add subtle shadows. I'm using this dark green to add silhouettes and some shading, but I had to use it quite carefully because I didn't want to create an abundance of it and be distracting. And I tried making backgrounds and stuff, but I don't know if I really liked it, to be honest. I think I keep mentioning things that didn't work out or that I didn't like because that just seems like the notable thing that I would point out, but I'm happy with this overall, and the only thing that I wish I could have added more was characters, but it's kind of difficult to do without a fine point nib, and the only 5-point nib I have are from like gel pens, but I didn't really feel like using gel pens. I wanted to use mostly acrylic markers. I love the white gel pen. It adds so much detail and it changes up so much. Like 3 singular dots will make a shadowy area look so much more different. I know I'm getting ahead of myself and getting ahead from where we're at right now, but I did consider covering these 2 pages with what is it? Transparent paper, transparent clear sticker paper, but I realized I do like the little um, satin like texture that is added from the acrylic markers, so I decided to keep it. I just hope there isn't too much damage that occurs. But I mean, it's not like I'm gonna go bicycling or like, why did I say that? I meant cycling in like a muddy area and have the book ruined or anything like that, so I should be good. So I did the rest off screen. I added some tiny stickers like this balloon and butterflies, and I added some patterns like flowers and then another butterfly sticker here. There's more very subtle flowers. I'm wondering if I should touch this up, but I'm sort of like done with this. I mean, I think in the future if I want to touch it up I can anyway. So I think this is all I'm gonna do for now, and in the future if I want to work on this sketchbook more, I can just come back to this and add to it. If I were to touch up anything, it wouldn't be this side because I think this part is pretty fleshed out, but here it feels like something might be missing. I could draw another character. I was originally going to draw a whole bunch of characters, but I wasn't sure if I'd be able to do that because the markers are pretty thick and there's some precision required. But yeah, hopefully I can make more videos on the other pages I've done. I did make a video on this, but yeah, there's a lot that has yet to be covered. This one I worked on today.